on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into it. Tell us why, show us how. Look at where you came from, look at you now.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 comedic musicians.
What does the fox say?
For this list, we'll be looking at hilarious and talented artists and groups who employ satire, parody, and a wicked sense of humor in their lyrics and musical structures. Did we miss any other hilarious songmakers? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, Alan Sherman. Although he started out as a game show writer and producer, it was through his hilarious song parodies that Alan Sherman played his way into our hearts.
Soup was meant to be completely free of all extraneous debris, except for now and then a noodle or some rice.
Topping the charts in the early 1960s with a trio of comedy albums, Sherman bagged a Grammy nomination for the Album of the Year for his first album, My Son, the Folk Singer.
I went hiking with Joe Spivey. He developed poison ivy.
His third effort featured the hit single, Hello Mutta, Hello Fata, about the horrible experiences of a boy at summer camp, set to a jaunty classical tune.
Take me home, oh Mutta, Mutta, take me home. I hate Grenada.
Sherman inspired a generation of song parodists and is even responsible for a classic Simpsons joke.
Hello Mutta, hello Fata. Here I am at Camp Grenada.
Marge, is Lisa at Camp Grenada?
Number 19, Marc Rebillet. Now this is improv.
Everybody look out, Blackbeard's here. Blackbeard's here. Blackbeard's here. Blackbeard's coming and he's taking his...
Originally from Dallas, Texas, this highly skilled electronic comedy musician built up a fan base with his improvised and hilarious jams, and went viral with scantily clad videos of him improvising songs in his apartment.
Let me break it on down for you, baby, listen. Oh, help me, baby, to understand.
With musical styles ranging from groovy R&B tunes to straight-up dance jams laced with his vulgar sense of humor, Rebillet has toured the world with just his loop station, keyboard, and aggressively sensual vocals.
Oh, vaccinated. Oh, vaccinated.
His songs are witty enough to crack you up, but still so funky that they stay on repeat in your head. They don't call him Loop Daddy for nothing. Number 18, Nice Peter and Epic Lloyd. Who said history lessons can't be fun? Peter, Nice Peter Shukoff, and Lloyd, Epic Lloyd Alquist burst onto the scene in 2010 after creating the YouTube series Epic Rap Battles of History.
Can't rhyme against the dark side of the force, why even bother? So many dudes been with your mom, who even knows if I'm your father?
Featuring historical and pop culture figures going up against each other, MC battle style, the series became widely popular for its dead-on impersonations, hilarious disses, and surprising celebrity appearances.
Let me just say, I respect all females, but your rhymes are trash. Put up next to your email.
With unforgettable battles like Adolf Hitler versus Darth Vader, Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton, and even a battle between each other, these guys bring together entertainment and education to make a truly epic combo.
Nice Diva is my new name for you, Nice Pete. Doink. Nice punchline, bro.
Both men also make solo comedy music and have taken their show on the road multiple times. Number 17, Reggie Watts. A legend in the musical comedy genre, Reggie Watts ups the ante with his exceptional beatboxing skills. Armed with only a keyboard, looping machine, and his formidable voice, Watts' live performances are 100% improvised and typically feature him singing, rapping, and beatboxing his way through the most random train of thoughts.
Baby, where did you put my brand new shirt?
Nevertheless, his sets remain coherent, nuanced, and funny as hell. His inventive talent has taken him from concerts to being the band leader on The Late Late Show with James Corden.
Yeah, so I was talking to Jessie, and Jessie says that she can't come over tomorrow because she has like this thing with her parents or whatever. So I figured like maybe we ask Brian to go.
With a style that's every bit as puzzling as it is entertaining, Watts has proven himself to be a truly indescribable genius.
You wanna do it, we be living the film, nigga.
Number 16, Rachel Bloom. Rachel Bloom is the bomb, and she has the gift of making you think, well, that escalated quickly. Bloom got her first jolt of fame when her sexually explicit song about science fiction writer Ray Bradbury went viral in 2010.
You're a prolific author, Ray Bradbury. Come on, baby, I'm down on one knee. I carved our names on a Halloween tree.
She followed up with more comedy music videos and an album 3 years later.
'Cause I steal pets from the popular people and then dress the pets up like the popular people. I steal pets from the popular people and hide them all in a shed.
Her cult CW series, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, premiered to critical acclaim and featured multiple original comedy songs every episode. Bloom frequently takes on taboo topics and provides spot-on social critique, making us laugh and cringe at the same time.
Let's generalize about men. Let's generalize about men.
Number 15, Spike Jonze. Here's an old school entry with real chops. This satirical musician from Long Beach, California, began his career in the 1930s as a band percussionist, frequently playing in orchestras and on radio shows. He quickly got bored with these routines and decided to shake things up by making parodies and novelty songs.
One sharing a delight. There's some bad cocktails for two.
With his band, the City Slickers, Jones spoofed popular songs by injecting outlandish sound effects like gunshots, whistles, and other bizarre musical instruments, elevating their music above mere comical lyrics.
Right in her Gerber's face, in her Göring says, he'll never bomb this place. We Heil! Heil! Right in her Göring's face.
Nowhere is this better used than in their hit version of the romantic ballad Cocktails for Two, which takes the beloved croon down a path of absolute comedic chaos.
Cocktails for two.
Number 14, Tom Lehrer. If there were ever a Mount Rushmore of musical comedy, Tom Lehrer's face would certainly grace it. Starting in the 1950s, Lehrer developed a cult following for his satirical songs about controversial subjects.
I went and shot the maximum the game laws would allow. 2 game wardens, 7 hunters, and a cow.
Deemed problematic, radio stations refused to air his music, resulting in their very slow yet steady spread in popularity.
All the world seems in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning pigeons in the park.
Lehrer's songs got significantly more political as the 60s rolled around, tackling topical issues like racism and nuclear warfare. His biting satire and twisted sense of humor, coupled with his love for math and science, set him apart from other satirists of his time, and cemented him as one of the founding fathers of comedy music.
Oh, the poor folks hate the rich folks, and the rich folks hate the poor folks. All of my folks hate all of your folks. It's American as apple pie.
Number 13, Ray Stevens. Well, giddy up, because this country cowboy's got more than just a few jokes.
Oh, yes, they call him the street. Fastest thing on 2 feet.
With a career spanning over 60 years, novelty country singer Ray Stevens has proved to be the musical renaissance man, taking on producing, publishing, and songwriting roles over the years.
I was sitting way back in the very last pew, showing him to my good buddy Hugh when that squirrel got loose, went totally berserk.
His music features the perfect blend of comedy and country, poking fun at various aspects of pop culture and religion.
The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church.
Brandishing his wacky humor and sometimes beloved, sometimes obnoxious catalog of voices, Stevens put novelty songs on the charts and received 2 Grammy nominations for Best Comedy Recording. Even after such a long time, as of 2021, Ray Stevens is doing his thing.
With a pair of night vision goggles focused right on me. I swear she's everywhere I go. You know, it's plain to see.
Number 12, Tim Minchin. He's a musician at heart, but his sounds are steeped in comedic satire. Born in England and raised in Western Australia, Tim Minchin has the appearance of a red-haired Edward Scissorhands, and his pronounced atheism cuts through each and every performance.
Praise be to Magic Woody Allen Zombie Jesus.
He's a self-aware composer of cabaret spectacles, and sometimes has a complete orchestra accompanying his sharp social commentary.
Cause he's never really been part of the scene. Give him Guns N' Roses, he'll take Queen. He's more into Beatles than the Stones. He's more Stevie Wonder than Ramones.
While Minchin never actually attended a comedy show before the start of his career, watching him on stage, you just know how blessed he is with comedic talent.
He's only a ginger, you call him not a ginger.
Number 11, Garfunkel and Oates. In a world saturated with male comedy musicians, this impressive duo brings a much-needed female perspective to the scene.
You say you're walking on air. You think that you're glowing, but you had been hoeing and now you're pregnant.
Ricky Lindholm and Kate Micucci answer the question, what if Joni Mitchell sang explicitly about sex? Their easy-on-the-ear folk music provides a rather unusual contrast to the raunchy, no-holds-barred subject matter.
Well, there's a loophole in the scripture that works really well, so I can get him off without going to hell.
This crude sense of humor helped them land their own show on IFC, detailing their attempt to make it big in Hollywood.
No joke, this place is filled with weirdos, and at least one embezzler in the mix. Talking to you, Bill Taylor in marketing. Hands off the petty cash, sticky fingers.
Whether they're strumming their guitars to lyrics about God's loophole to virginity, or ranting about pregnant women, Garfunkel and Oates have never been afraid to sing what we're all thinking.
Pregnant women are smug. Everyone knows it, nobody says it because they're pregnant.
Number 10, Frank Zappa. Does humor belong in music? This rock legend definitely thought so.
Oh God, I am the American dream, but now I smell like Vaseline.
At heart, Frank Zappa was an innovative composer and songwriter whose zany sense of humor was only secondary to his one-of-a-kind musical virtuosity. Having taught himself to play the drums and guitar, Zappa went on to create a diverse body of work, blending his sharp social commentary on American culture with raunchy humor and amazing musicianship.
I am the slime from the video. Who's been along on the video? I am the slime from the video. It's me, Frank. I am slime.
He blended all his musical talents to make timeless masterpieces, as funny as they are thought-provoking and complex. Constantly treading a fine line between satire and offensiveness, it may take you a few listens to really pick up what Frank Zappa's putting down.
'Cause I'd be raising my lonely dental floss. Raising my lonely dental floss.
Number 9, Stephen Lynch. This Michigander musician in stand-up comics clothing doesn't need much to crack you up.
Ain't nobody in the world in love as we are. Making love to you's like being inside a shooting star.
Hand him a guitar, put him on a stage, and he's good to go. Stephen Lynch pushes the boundary of comedy by satirizing the banality of everyday life over his soft and sincere melodies.
Everyone knows Jesus, the guy who healed the lame. Well, I am Jesus' brother. Craig is my name.
His songs typically start off calm and innocent, with Lynch belting out lyrics about a mundane topic before taking bizarre turns that only get more absurd as the songs progress.
I look at my newborn and say, damn, that's an ugly baby. Damn, that's an ugly ass baby.
The juxtaposition between his wildly provocative material and his earnest guitar strumming, coupled with his theatrical stage presence, makes Lynch sets way more hilarious than you'd ever expect.
Mr. Lynch, she has a twin. Damn, that's a good-looking baby.
Number 8, Lil Dicky. He's either the most hilarious rapper in America or the baddest MC to ever do comedy.
I got her moving and shaking like, ayy. I'm coming first when I let her like, ayy. Turning up everywhere, Johnny Manziel. I got somebody else checking my mail. Host information, I'm feeling like bae.
Like a lot of entries on this list, Lil Dicky got his start on YouTube when the music video for his song Ex-Boyfriend went viral in 2013.
Tugging and squeezing the shoulder blades, and I'm bugging and queasy, this ain't okay. And then they say, let's get drinks, so I say, okay, even though I was about to get laid.
2 years and an aggressive aggressive Kickstarter campaign later, Lil Dicky released his debut album, Professional Rapper, which went to #1 on the comedy charts.
Boo-hoo, what a hardship. How you pay to get the rap shit started?
Man, my bar mitzvah money, but don't diss me, buddy. I wasn't one of them youngins up on the block who had nothing to lose. I must have wanted this a lot. I had something to choose.
His musical range is unquestionable, going from spitting rapid-fire rhymes against Snoop Dogg to belting power ballads with Brendan Urie, while maintaining his profane sense of humor.
You the best to me, girl, always bake me something. And when they ripped off, you replace my buttons. But don't be pissed off if I hate your husband, cause even when I can't say love ya, I love ya.
Not one to be confined, Dicky even became a TV star, playing a fictionalized version of himself on his FXX comedy series, Dave.
I'm a once-in-a-generation artist. Oh. Who just got verified on Twitter about, 9 days ago?
I'm glad you feel good that a robot told you you're worth it.
Number 7, Flight of the Conchords. This awesome New Zealand duo, or as they have described themselves, quote, New Zealand's 4th most popular guitar-based digibongo a cappella rap funk comedy folk duo, held down their own TV series from 2007 to 2009.
Put down his weapon, picked up a woman. What a peaceful world this world would be.
Brett McKenzie and Jermaine Clement originally formed a group in 1998 when they were college roommates. And by 2004, their polished act allowed them to heavily improvise on their own BBC Two radio series, which ultimately paved the way for their American mockumentary experience. While Flight of the Conchords doesn't often perform these days, due to the duo's many other projects, they did reunite for a great HBO special in 2018.
You're wearing that ugly old baggy t-shirt from that team building exercise you did for your old work. And it's never looked better on you.
Number 6, Ninja Sex Party. If you hear the name of this band and find yourself whispering, "Yes, please," well then you'll probably enjoy their brand of synth pop comedy.
It's just you and me and a psychotic ninja, every girl's dream.
Composed of Danny Sexbang and Ninja Brian, these goofballs offer up sex advice while making you fall over from laughing so hard. Sure, you may not find them lighting up the stage at Carnegie Hall, but you can expect them to help you take control of your sex life, courtesy of hilarious music videos and astonishingly profound lyrics.
Oh yeah, you don't have to pay us, we're just happy that we could help.
Or if video games are more your thing, then give their side project Starbomb a shot.
OMG, I can't decide on which of you should be the guy to take me on a mustache ride that'll redefine my life.
Number 5, Tenacious D. They are the chosen ones, and in 2006, they gave us the pick of destiny. With Kyle Gass plucking away on the guitar and Hollywood star Jack Black offering his own style of heightened theatrics, Tenacious D leans more toward the epic than ironic sophomoric stunts. These guys know they're superstars, and their big boy performances took them all the way to the American Music Awards.
I am the roadie, lonesome warrior searching for a soul. No, I am the roadie.
They first made a name for themselves by appearing in various late 90s films, and by the dawn of a new decade, they were the Wonder Boys of HBO. Number 4, Bo Burnham. Bo really can do it all. Burnham rose to fame in 2006 after his family-unfriendly home videos went viral.
My whole family now is shocked. I'm in the closet and the door is locked.
He later signed a deal with Comedy Central Records, and at 17, became the youngest person to film a comedy special for the channel.
Saw a diabetic kid trick-or-treating. I saw a giraffe who had a short neck. That was sad. Or a deer.
His music takes a satirical and often controversial approach to difficult subjects, such as race, gender, sex, and religion. Burnham wears a variety of hats, having directed 2 comedy specials and his debut feature film 8th Grade. In 2021, he returned to his roots with his homemade special, Bo Burnham Inside, using meta humor to address his mental health during the COVID-19 pandemic.
CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964, Jeffrey Bezos.
Number 3. Spinal Tap. The most pretentious of rock stars are unlikely to find any humor in this fictional rock band, and most likely thought the 1984 feature film was actually about them.
Where the dewdrops cry and the cats meow, I will take you there.
Rob Reiner's satirical take on musicians and the filmmakers who cover them not only earned a cult following, but is notable for its heavy improvisation. The band's lineup consisted of Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer, all of whom slayed in their roles, leading many to believe their faux rock unit was a real thing.
And all that you can do is just surrender to the majesty, the pageantry role.
And in the scope of iconic films and comedy musicians, they certainly are the real deal. Number 2. The Lonely Island. This absurdist comedy trio from Berkeley, California, gained immense popularity after being hired by Saturday Night Live in 2005. With Akiva Schaffer and Jorma Taccone as writers and Andy Samberg as a writer and performer, The Lonely Island quickly came to the forefront of the sketch show, with their hilarious spoofs of rap music and hip-hop tropes.
Plus it's your fault you were rubbing my butt. I'm very sensitive, some would say that's a plus. Now I'll go home and change.
Their fancy, star-studded music videos helped revitalize SNL and cultivated an online relevance for the long-running show.
I threw it on the ground!
Their wacky sense of humor persists on all 4 of their studio albums, work which earned them a Grammy nomination for Best Comedy Album.
Board your windows up, the sun is bad for your health, and always wear a straight jacket so you're safe from yourself.
The Lonely Island keeps sailing on, which makes sense since
Want more music content? WatchMojo produces an original podcast taking a behind-the-scenes look at all things music. The show provides authentic interviews with artists from all around the world, while also staying true to WatchMojo's roots with top 10 music banter thrown into the mix. What's the best advice Alice Cooper's ever given you? Looking back at the staying power, does it shock you?
No, we have naked pictures of the right people.
If you want exclusive interviews with award-winning artists, producers, singers, songwriters, check out Inner Sleeve.
Number 1. Weird Al Yankovic. He's the godfather of musical satire and the president of pop culture parodies.
It's hard to buy all these marbles in my mouth.
Originally touted by Dr. Demento, a teenaged Al Yankovic offered his own take on the Knack's My Sharona in 1979, which led to his first record deal. It's not that he boasts a beautiful voice or a leading man look. It's that he's always working and knows how to hit the right chords with mainstream audiences. Even in the internet age, Weird Al still knows how to stay relevant with new generations of devoted fans. Keep on rockin', Weird Al.
Ham on whole wheat. All right.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.